Hey, good evening. I'm really happy to have you here. My name is Daniel. I was a professional opera singer and beatboxer, and tonight we're going to be listening to Dan Vasc perform Wish I Had an Angel from Nightwish. So I already reacted and analyzed the original version from Nightwish, so please go check that out if you haven't already. But other than that, this one was heavily requested. Dan has done some pretty amazing covers in the past, and I'm sure that this one is no exception. I really dig this piece as a whole, and I'm just really excited to jump into it. And I hope you are as well. So without any further delay, let's just jump into it.
I wish I had an angel for one moment of love. I wish I had your angel tonight.
Yeah.
I took a step outside an innocent heart.
Woo!
Meant to hate me for when I may. This night will hurt you like never before. Oh, love, stay thy heart.
Yeah!
I'm going down Southville and cruise. Drunk and disguised changes all the rules. Oh, love, stay thy heart. Oh, life, stay thy heart. I wish I had an angel for one moment of love. I wish I had your angel, your Virgin Mary adored. I'm in love with my lust, burning angel wings to dust. I wish I had your angel tonight. I wish I had an angel for one moment of love. I wish I had your angel, your Virgin Mary adored. I'm in love with my lust, burning angel wings to dust. I wish I had your angel tonight. Wish I had an angel for one moment of love. I wish.
That was so good. The more that I listen to that song, the more I just enjoy it. But especially Dan's cover here. Oh. His power in his voice is just so domineering and commanding, regardless of what texture he applies in his voice, whether it's in a screaming section or even in his beautiful legato lines. There's still a tremendous amount of support and power there. Oh my gosh, dude. Let's just jump into the analysis, because even though I do have a couple of small criticisms, honestly, I loved this so much. This was so stellar.
I wish I had an angel for one moment of love. I wish I had your angel tonight.
Something I love about that entire beginning section is his tongue was pretty relaxed throughout most of that. Sure, there were a couple of moments where he started transitioning the diphthong a little, maybe not early. At the very tail end of his cadences, you see a little bit more tongue tension as he's bringing his tongue back up, but it's more just to manipulate a vowel. It's not necessarily a stress in the throat itself. The tongue is just more or less moving for vowel manipulation, which I ultimately do appreciate. It fits within the style very well. Classically, you would hold on to the vowel and then clip the consonants onto the very end, or clip on the ending of the vowel, or the diphthong in this case, to the very end. And a diphthong is just where you have one syllable that sounds like two different vowels, like saying the letter I. You have open ah, e, I, and classically you would hold on to that open ah and then clip the E at the end of it. But here he just seamlessly transitions from vowel to vowel throughout the length of the note. And honestly, I think that fits the style very well, and I love the fact he does it here. So I'm not complaining about that at all. I love the fact that his tongue is pretty relaxed and just resting in his mandible. And there's just so much support and strength behind this opening phrase. Let's listen to it one more time.
I wish I had an angel for one moment of love. I wish I had your angel tonight.
I love this look in his eyes. Oh, it's so mesmerizing. You just connect with him immediately. Yeah, I love that. It feels very soft-spoken, but you can tell the support that's under him there. Dying day. His vibrato is so consistent, and it flows so intrinsically. And that's something really critical in performance, where when you're actually singing, you're not supposed to be thinking about the way that you're breathing or shaping your body to generate maximum support, or when to breathe. Because all of these things should be second nature. They should be practiced so much that you don't have to think about it in performance. And during the actual performance, you can see that Dan is really focusing on the performance aspect itself, not just on the notes or the lyrics, even though those are also things to keep in mind as you are performing. You don't want to forget all of the lyrics when you're live, especially. But just really engaging with his audience, having this particular look in his eye, the way that he is standing and keeping this open body position, just so he and the audience can connect together. And just in the first 30 seconds, it's already a stellar performance. Like, just look at his face, dude. I want to see that again. His vibrato is so beautiful here. Although it does seem like there is a little bit of jaw tension, but I want to see it one more time. Yeah, at the very tail end, his mandible just protrudes a little bit farther outward than it normally would if he was just relaxing it. But I'm not going to be too picky about that. I fall into that same trap all the time. And it's not even anything you think about. It just happened, especially because I mentioned in a past Dan Vasc video that both his jaw and my jaw both come out a little bit more than the average jaw does. And that doesn't necessarily mean there's tension, but just at the very tail end of that vowel, there was just the slightest bit where it just came out a little bit more. And that does very, very mildly affect the sound in that one instance. As you guys were able to see, I had to rewind it a few times just to notice it, but it is there and just something to keep in mind. So when you do playbacks of it, it's just something you can reflect on in your own rehearsals and keep in mind for future performances. You're always looking for better ways to polish and refine your art, and that's just a very, very minor detail to an otherwise beautiful cadence. It was magnificent.
Took a step outside an innocent heart, prepared to hate me for when I may. This night will hurt you like never before. Oh, love, stay thy heart.
I love where he's placing the sound. It's just directly in the center of his mask. So a common trap for almost every type of singer, especially deeper vocalists, is when you produce a sound, it's very easy for the sound to get lodged in your throat, creating this almost Kermit the Frog kind of sound. And it's just not coming through. Because when you think about the structure of singing, where you visualize the breath coming in from the soles of your feet, charging your legs, feeling the strength and support in your legs, and using that charge to allow that breath from your lungs to expand your diaphragm, to come into your chest, to resonate in your chest, just to pass through your larynx out through your mask, to create this very forward and broad, big sound. And that could be done at any dynamic or any volume. But the whole point is to make sure that the support is there all the time, 100% of the time. And every time that I'm looking at and hearing Dan, it's just, the sound is always so direct. It doesn't feel like it's lodged in the back of his throat. It doesn't feel like it's unsupported. It feels so grounded and so direct. And I love the fact that he's making it look so effortless. And that's the mark of a really great vocalist. That's really great performance technique. I love that. I love this texture in his voice. And also, look, even in this texture, his tongue is still relaxed. Love it.
I wish I had your angel, your Virgin Mary, and I'm in love with my lust, burning angel wings to dust. I wish I had your angel tonight.
Ah!
I'm going down so frail and crude. Drunk and disguised changes all the rules. Oh, love, stay thy heart. Oh, life, stay thy heart. I wish I had an angel for one moment of love.
He's such an active storyteller. I love this dude.
I had an angel for one moment of love.
Oh!
I wish I had your angel, your Virgin Mary, and I'm in love
Ah!
with my lust, burning angel wings.
And his diction is so good. It's so crisp and clean.
I'm in love with my lust, burning angel wings to dust. I wish I had your angel
I've mentioned this in so many other Dan Vasc videos, but it's so important that I'm just going to keep mentioning it. When you have a musical interlude where there's no real vocal line happening, it's so critical that you stay in the character, that you stay in the scene, in the moment, in the realm of music that's happening around you, because you are actively storytelling. And it's not even just the aspects of storytelling that's critical. It's like, if any of you have worked out before. It's the idea of losing a pump or losing a certain element of momentum. And you can easily translate losing momentum in any field, I believe, because you can adapt it to life itself, where the hardest part of engaging with any task that you don't necessarily want to do is starting the task. Yes, actually working through the task is a challenge itself as well, but starting the task is always the hardest. Actually getting up and going to the gym, in my particular example, is the hardest part. When you're actually there inside, it becomes a little bit easier to get into the groove, the flow. And what Dan is doing here, it's just so great. In this musical interlude, this shredding guitar, powerful drums, and it's just charging Dan and his presence. It's so powerful. It feels so good, especially since we don't see the band itself. We're just hearing the track. Just knowing that he's still taking on that energy, it lets us feel that energy, and that's so critical. It's so good. He does such a great job of this. He's so captivating to watch. Oh, that vibrato in that too. Oh, it was so good. I want to listen to that again. Oh! Yeah, right there is where he had tongue tension. Let's watch it again. Right there, where you could tell that his tongue is not only on this E vowel, not going E, but E, where the back of the tongue is starting to come up and press gently against the uvula, creating less space in the mouth for the sound to actually travel out of. So if he's still going for this very big, powerful sound here, and granted, E is a very difficult vowel to produce in a very open way, mainly because E feels very tight. It almost feels like you're biting down on the vowel, E, but there are ways to make it big, make it open, and still have a relaxed tongue and jaw while doing it. So that might have just escaped him in this moment. And again, I don't fault him for that. I'm just pointing it out, so it's just something to keep in mind. So if you ever do perform this again in future rehearsals or future performances for that matter, it's just something to keep in mind as you make your way towards further refinement. But that being said, you wouldn't be able to tell this live necessarily. I'm only able to because we have the visual of it and because you can very mildly audibly hear it. But with that said, this entire cadence itself is exceptional. I love the sound. I love the intensity. I love how direct it is. It's just exceptional. Grade A work here. Really good stuff. Yeah! Oh, I love the way he phrased that. Burning! Oh, yeah, dude. It's just so direct. But there's so much care with it as well, where this slide doesn't feel like a burn, but the slide is actually pretty legato, pretty smooth. Maybe not in its texture because it's so dominated by that grit in his voice, but his phrasing is so smooth, and having this contrast between the smoothness of his phrasing with the grit in his voice and the absolute precision he has right in the middle of the pitch as he's maneuvering through this strict minefield of sound, let's say, it's just so precise. And even though there's a certain element of freedom that comes with this sound, it feels very expansive and very open, that we have a lot of room to move around in. But he's just maneuvering through this so carefully and precisely, and it's so good. Oh my gosh, he's making all of these techniques, again, seem effortless. And these are really challenging techniques for any vocalist. So the fact that he's executing them so well here is exceptional. Yeah! Oh! I have to listen to that last section again. It was just stellar. Just that fall off there. Oh my gosh, it was so clean. Just one more time. I'm sorry. I'm a little lightheaded. Oh man, dude, that was so good. He's just so captivating to watch. His performance, his sound is so nice. It's just so audibly satisfying to hear. His technique is very strong in its foundations, and a lot of challenging technical aspects of music are performed as second nature to him. And even though, like I mentioned earlier, that's a requirement for really good on-stage performers, it's just so captivating every single time you see it actually executed well. And he's just such a good artist. Oh man, I love his sound. I love his presence. Dan, brother, great job, man. Loved it. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. If y'all liked it, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you didn't like it, please leave a dislike and let me know why in the comments below. I do read all of the comments, even if I may not heart or reply to all of them, so please know that your comments do not go unnoticed. My live streams are currently Thursdays at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so if you guys would like to stop by and say hey or ask any questions about myself or the channel, I'd be more than happy to be there for you guys. That being said, these next few live streams I'm experimenting with to see how well they go, and ultimately if I decide that live streams aren't really working, then I'll just post questions in the community tab, or maybe even on Patreon when I actually launch it, and answer questions there and put them in the form of a Q&A video. Speaking of Patreon, because of a lot of copyright issues and a lot of now legal issues and technical issues, it's just been so frustrating to navigate, but I promise I am working on it, and it is still in development, and I still really deeply appreciate your patience in that regard. I want to take this moment to deeply appreciate all of you for being here. It really does mean a lot to me, so honestly, thank you all so much, and I can't wait to see all of you in the next video. Have a great rest of your evening, everyone.